Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, I am your daily dose of lithium. And you know, going through YouTube, you can find videos that just make you remember that humanity is just, make you remember that everything is alright in the world, and make you remember that people actually have talent, and they make well-crafted videos that take time and effort to make. And you know, I found one today. I found a channel called Our Third Life, and she makes the most inspirational, the most inspired, the best videos I have ever seen. And today we're going to be watching how America is a terrible place and we're all racists. And we should we should say sorry for all of our transgressions. So without any further ado, please, Pupinia, tell us, why are we terrible human beings?
Konnichiwa, America. So, a lot of you guys tend to think that...
Good job, you were able to say hello in Japanese. That is really difficult to do. That is hardcore shit. That's really difficult to learn. So, good job, you already learned how to say hello in Japanese. Keep up the awesome work.
Things are in the past, racial things, specifically, like, the nuclear bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Yes, the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki are both in the past, and let's just keep them in the past. There's no need to harbor any ill will. World War II was harsh, man. Lots of people died. It's just the way things work. Let's just leave it in the past. It's okay. Don't touch it. Bad. Leave it in the past.
Other places as well.
Quick question. Besides Nevada, where have the United States bombed? Where areas have we bombed with nuclear explosives? Alright, you want to get pissed off at someone? Get pissed at the Russians. They have the Tsar Bomba. That thing is massive. That could level most of Texas. Alright, the USA only bombed Japan twice with nuclear weapons. That was a very long time ago. Leave it in the past, alright?
You tend to think that you're not racist. You tend to think that, you know, oh, we're America. Everything's fine here.
Couldn't just leave it in the past. And no, we don't think everything's fine here. We have Donald Trump running as president. Alright, look, I know this girl is, I know this is satire. I know she's just fucking around. Her entire channel's based off of this. Every single video looks like it's a fucking lightsaber. And the dislike to like ratio is horrendous. And honestly, I don't know why you'd like to build your YouTube career out of this. This is no way to build a YouTube career. You are known as the idiot that everyone doesn't like. And you're making a fool of yourself. And you are actually have me reacting to this. Alright? So moving beyond that, we have Trump running as president. And Kanye has lost all of his money. No, we don't think everything is okay. America is in shambles.
Oh, yeah. No, it's not. Do you know why we did Pearl Harbor?
Okay, wait. We? There is no we. That is your ancestors. Alright? Before I go further, there is no we. You did not fight in that war. Many people died. Alright? You did not fight in World War II. You did not fight in the Pacific Theater. Alright? That was a long time ago. Please, out of the just human decency that you might have, leave it here. It's not gonna stay here, but just leave it here, please. Don't go further. Please. You're gonna make yourself look like an idiot.
Okay, first of all, you are enslaving millions of black peoples.
Okay, before we go any further, alright? Do you know why Pearl Harbor was attacked in the first place? Alright, there are a few reasons, but two of those reasons are because we used to trade oil with Japan. We then cut that trade off. Not to mention, Japan was already starting to its own theater of war in Asia. Alright, they did not want us interfering, so they thought knocking out our fleet in one fell swoop was the best way to make sure we did not mess with them. But in reality, that was a terrible idea because it was shaking the wasp's nest. Now let's go further. You said that we were enslaving African Americans. Hun, that was back in the 1800s and the 1700s. That is even further in the past than the World War II. Alright, do you not remember Japan, on how they destroyed and ruined many parts of China? What they have done over there was akin to that of what Hitler did to Russia, France, Poland, and other annexed countries, alright? God, you are so thick-headed, and I know this is satire, but you are literally giving me brain cancer. Stop it! Also, as a little side note, make sure to quote me if I'm incorrect, please. I love being quoted.
In your country, okay? I'm not gonna say you deserve Pearl Harbor, but I'm just saying Japan was trying to take precautions to distract you from the pain that these people were going through.
Oh my god, this is why public schooling doesn't work anymore. Oh, Jesus Christ. What is wrong with public schooling these days? Oh, you don't realize that you're talking about the wrong time periods. Slaves were back in the 18 and 1700s, not the 1900s. Why? It hurts. There was prejudice back then, but there was no slavery. God, you are an idiot, and I am not trying to be mean. I am telling the truth here.
I tend to think of myself as a historical researcher, and I think a lot about these things.
Historical fucking researcher, my ass. Oh my god, I'm sorry, I didn't mean for you guys to learn anything during this video, but Jesus Christ, if you came out learning something from this, you know what? Good on ya! This girl is so smart. I am amazed with her talent for researching history. Oh my god, I literally want to cut off one of my toes and throw it at you. That's weird. No, I want to throw a fucking potato. Actually, you know what? I just want to leave this planet. I would feel much more comfortable with not cutting my toe off or wasting a potato on you. I would like to leave this planet, or I want to go below it. The mole people seem a lot more reasonable.
I just brainstorm. And I think, and maybe one day I might write a book. But that's not today. Today, we're talking about America.
Fuck yeah.
Needs to apologize. 3 bombs on Japan.
3. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hiroshima, Nagasaki. Little boy, fat man. Where was the third one dropped?
Millions, thousands of lives taken. 3 nuclear bombs. People still dying of leukemia. Ever heard of that girl with 1,000 cranes? Oh, such a heart-wrenching story. You know who caused it? You, America. You, okay?
Can we also not forget about how our POWs were treated like shit, and many were killed in their capture? Are you not gonna sympathize with America for how many people were captured and were tortured to death, and also actually quite a few people had their heads decapitated? So yeah, hun, many people died on both sides, alright? Just because America dropped big bombs on Japan doesn't mean that America's bad. It just means we wanted to end the war quickly. And have you ever seen a bomb used like that nowadays? No, because everyone would jump on their ass. Did you see what was going on with North Korea a few years ago? No, because barely anyone did. Because North Korea doesn't even have bombs that can make it over here.
You, America, and you know what? You gave all these restrictions to Japan after you won. Oh, we won the World War. Well, guess what? Maybe you're the one who deserves restrictions.
There was a reason why restrictions were put on Japan, because Japan had attacked first. Japan had acted out of aggression. They didn't need to attack, but they did. And they lost the war, therefore, they had to be restricted. They had a smaller army, and they even went through a form of the Great Depression. But besides that, Japan had what was coming to it. And the reason why those bombs were dropped was so that war would end. That war would have kept going until all of Japan was taken over. So be happy those bombs were dropped, because if they weren't, Japan might have been in even worse shape.
maybe you need to get your little Bill of Rights and, take it from us Japanese and give it to yourselves. Limit yourselves. How do we know that this isn't going to happen again? How do we know that America is not going to bomb another innocent country like Australia?
Because why would we want to bomb another country? We have no interest in hurting anyone that doesn't deserve it unless it's the Middle East. We really like their oil. But besides that, we would not need to drop a nuclear bomb on any country, not only because it's incredibly dangerous, but it's unethical nowadays. After those 2 bombs were dropped, nuclear arms were never used again because people realized how catastrophic they were. You don't use nuclear bombs. It's a way to end a war, but it's a way to just decimate a population. The reason why we aren't going to be using it is because we don't want to kill shitloads of people. They're scary, yes, but there's no need. Why would we want to attack Australia? Australia's cool. Or why would we want to go for New Zealand? Japan, we're friends with them. We do not need to kill anyone. Why can't humans just get along?
Okay. And I think that will happen if Donald Trump does not become president.
Yep, alright, troll here. We have a troll, everyone. Troll right here. Okay, I knew this was satire the whole time, but I was waiting for this one.
Okay, he's a peaceful man. Anyway, back to the subject. America needs to apologize. Obama, Hussein, I want to propose a legislative document, as people would say.
So you want to bring a bill upon the floor? Are you trying to pass a law, or are you just trying to get a public apology? I'm pretty sure there were plenty of apologies after the war from both sides.
I want you to apologize to Japan for bombing their country. We have a lot of Japanese culture enthusiasts in America and Australia that I've tend to seen, and I'm one of them. I actually identify myself as Japanese, but now, Obama, you are of Muslim /
Alright, I'm not a huge fan of Obama as president, but okay, that's just crossing the line. You are a piece of shit, you know that? You are not a good human being. You are a bad troll, and you're an even worse human being. Why are you on YouTube? Why have you made your career out of this? I know I'm making my small YouTube career out of reacting to videos like this. And again, thank you for making this video because I get to react to it. But you are making me want to hurt myself. That is bad. Get off of the internet. Leave. Go outside. You are not Japanese. You might have a slight amount of Asian within you, but you're not Japanese. You're actually American, you sound. You are fucking American. And if you want an apology, then get your fucking ass out of America and go back to Japan. And they still won't like you there. That war is over. No one needs to be mad. There is no need for any kind of tension. We're friends. That face you make when you know you're saying some dumb shit and you have no idea what to say next.
Oh, I remember. African American descent. Don't you feel that maybe America deserved it for what they were doing? Don't you feel that maybe Japan deserves an apology? Ever think about that? Ever think about Mom?
And that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. So, I have to say, I've reacted to a few videos now, but this one might be one of the worst so far. Not because of the person blabbering on and sounding sounding crazy, but this human being is a troll, and they're genuinely stupid. They have I mean, this is the kind of shit that you see talentless. I'm not saying I have talent because I'm reacting to it, but talentless, not funny, and a troll. That is such a terrible combo. So Our Third Life, I don't know why you want to make your YouTube career out of making videos like this, but trying to start shit and not knowing what you're even talking about. But I guess you don't give a shit. I guess you just do not care. Oh God, you are part of what makes humanity the bane of bane of Earth's existence right now. But anyways, guys, I hope you were able to make it through this video because I know I barely was able to. But anyways, as you ladies and gentlemen know, I am Black Lithium, and I'll catch you guys next time.